Hey Dan, hope you are good.
Hey. Yo, CJ. Thank you for the bits, my dude. Bastian, hello, hola. How we doing? Hola. Let's bring me in. I was going to stream like half an hour ago, but the latest Windows update has just completely balked everything, so... Fuck Bolton. Conceded to 10-man Cambridge in the 89th minute. Nice. Didn't want 400 quid off a free bet anyway. Oh, Christ. I hate that when just one thing lets you down. I'm very cozy today. I've got my little heater on. I didn't start the fire. I can't be bothered lighting the fire. But I thought we'd just do a chill evening stream. I attempted this yesterday, and I was having so many issues with the controls on my controller. I spent quite a bit of time last night, I spent a bit of time this afternoon dialing stuff in, and I'm at the point where, like, I feel pretty comfortable with most of it now, with how it's set up. I still don't climb quite as quick as I'd like. But it is what it is. Feyenoord have scored again. What? Oh, it's this football one, isn't Wait, a city gonna bottle this? Arsenal putting 5 past Lisbon. Damn. Damn, son. Otherwise, is the game a bit loud? The game feels really bloody loud. Oh, you know what? I bet. Oh no. It's usually about 70. Let's just tweak the game settings a bit. Sound. I've already got it on like really low. Game's just bloody loud, I think. Pep looks like he's gonna cry. I hope he does. All the waiting on League. I'm fine with it. Oh, are you playing it as well, CJ? I'm fine with everything except landing. Can't consistently land well. I'm getting used to it. You want, like, the best tip I've seen, and it's something that I try and do, is you want a vertical descent of less than 500, like 400 or lower, ideally. And you want your knots to be as low as, like, sub 70. Your airspeed. Like in the Cessna, anyway. And then it's like, what I tend to do is as soon as I'm like about to hit as soon as I'm coming in on my like final approach, I'll basically fully kill the engines and slap like the air brake on as soon as my wheels touch. Because what that'll do as well is that'll like kick the back down a little bit. So it's like put the 30 degrees on the flaps and that'll like kick my back wheels into the ground and guide the nose in. But still, like, I'm not doing it every time. I'm still not getting clean landings every time. But it's stopping me overshooting the runway at least. Aiden, Top Gamer, how are we doing, guys? Welcome. I'm approaching the patterns too quickly, trying to kill speed off too late. Yeah, like I'm taking jobs that have got like long approaches at the minute. So like those ones where you got like ridiculous landing patterns that go around everywhere. I'm avoiding those at the minute until I get more comfortable with it all and better, basically. Because you can see the descent in the landing path. I'm just going with the fairly easy ones. So I've done my. We've got the skydive stuff. Flight seeing, but flight seeing can't do one with the AI voices. Absolutely not. So I've just been doing a lot of ferry flights. Working towards some of these other things, but I just kind of want to save some cash at the minute. I want to get the cargo transport. I need 2 more landings with smoothness above 50%. So let's give those a go, shall we? Let's do some. I've opened up quite a lot of the map as well. So I've just landed in Shoreham. We could do like a couple of short hop plane drop-offs, I guess. I mean, we could open up Cornwall. Do you think we can open up a bit further north? I was hoping we can open up Scotland there. Why am I not using my mouse? Well, these are all little short hops. Oh, that's not one. What's this one? A lot of small airfields as opposed to airports. Ah, yeah. You see, this one's got a bit of a daft entry, so I'm not going to do this one. I mean, I guess I could just, like, make my own entry path. But I'll try and... not loading in. We could do the man. You know what? I bet this actually flies directly over where I live. Yeah, basically. This path is basically straight over my house. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit. Got any other nice short ones? Or can I stay up? Could do some coastal ones here, actually. Open up some of the Ooh, we could do this into Pirates. Should we do this? How's the approach? Approach pattern's a bit wacky. We'll give it a go. Screw it. I like the idea of opening up Pirates. We could always, like, shoot further than we need to. Aim further than we need to, and then, bring it in. I'm here because no one is here. There's loads of people there. What are you talking about? Just be careful about the traffic control strikes, yeah. Hello? Engine covers. Trucked away. Let's go. Let's see if we can have a nice clean flight this first one.
Hello, it's Orly Fuchs. Thanks for accepting the job.
Orly Fuchs?
I'm your contact
Do
here.
you?
Today's plane on our to-do list for repatriation to Person Beaumont is this freshly tuned 172 Skyhawk. The owner had to get his aircraft repaired over there. Now that it's fixed, he needs someone to fly it back to him. Mr. Masson, the owner, is expecting you at the destination on time. Have a safe flight.
Expect away, Orly.
Lima Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Traffic Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Echo Delta Yankee is taxiing to runway tree 1.
So you've fully bottled the 3-0 lead. Nice. One thing I'm having an issue with is bloody taxi speeding. And I don't know where to see my taxi speed. I was under the impression that, like, it was around here somewhere. Oh, wait. So, just go back there. So. I thought it was down here, but it's just not doing it. The only way I can see to do it is by so I've got the taxi. Speeder. I want to see it in my cockpit. What's the goalie doing, Tom? Does anyone know how to engage the taxi speed? Stop.
Lima Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Traffic Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Echo Delta
those skid
Yankee,
marks I've left.
taking off runway tree 1 departure to the east.
What's the goalie doing, Tom? What has happened? Has he just had an absolute stinker? Can't wait for us to play City on Sunday. The thing is, it'd be the most City thing for them to just win that, though. Don't get me wrong, I think it'd be hilarious if they didn't, but like... Right, flaps up. Let's accelerate out. Not not quite off the centre of the runway, but not too bad. So look how much smoother it is now. Now I've like spent a bit of time getting my settings right. Initial climb to 850. Climb to 1800. The departure path. Man City went for a 50-50 header out 35 yards out. Is it Edison? Or is it what's his name? Ortega. Edison. He does have a wild moment in him, doesn't he? He trusts himself a lot outside his box, which, to be fair, he's very good generally outside his box, but forget about flaps. Let's climb up to 700 foot. I should have really stuck my head in and everything before, and that was an L from me. Okay, 235, 2500 foot will be fine. Let's correct our heading. We don't need to climb so quick. I've also got what's it called? Auto trim on, just because I don't have a controller for it. Trying to do everything mouse wise is a bit of a pain. 2,000 feet. Nice. And then City and Bolton let you bet now. Is Bolton technically in Manchester? Are they technically a Greater Manchester team? Are you finding flying with a mouse and keyboard? I'm using a controller for like my main, like for takeoff and landing. But then generally speaking, like, it's just autopiloting. You just autopilot it for the vast majority of stuff. I've been proper, like, addicted to these.
Hey, let's write something.
Yeah, we can put this on the old Garmin over here.
What rhymes with bar? As in, you love the chase, but I always raise the bar.
I got the candy, just get in my car. We're
historically Lancashire. Yeah. The children's eh? So you ended 3-all, it's going to feel like a loss, yeah. The original one of those is absolutely made me howl. We've all seen this, right? The Sniper's Dream one. I'm fairly certain I shared this on my Discord. Look, I don't condone bullying, chat, okay? Unless you're going to be this funny while you're doing it, right? If you're going to bully someone, make sure you're really funny. That line. I'm allowed to laugh. I've got a 5 head. 6 head. Escape to portrait mode. Terrific. Terrific. Look at this. A little bit of France. Or La France. The France, as they like to say. It's a very good looking game. I've got to give him credit. I mean, it's basically all they've got, right? How long have we got until actual... Still got quite a way to go. We got a... Yeah, it's about a 25-minute flight. We've still got 52 nautical miles to go to the next point. And then this is just the entry path.
TikTok strikes again with another fun twist on croissants that originated in bakeries in Korea. But is it worth all the hype? Let's fuck around and find out. We're gonna start by flattening our croissant with a rolling pin. Get it as flat as possible. You know, I've always been a fan of bakeries. In fact, I've often said that when I die, I want to have my ashes spread all over a place called Al's Bakery in Farmington, New Mexico. You know, it's not quite as flat as the ones in the viral video, so I think I'm going to cover it with some parchment paper here and beat it down with a shoe.
Oh, yeah. With a shoe.
Now we're going to spread our butter on top of the flat croissant.
This is an MMO air combat game.
Already have butter in them, so we're actually using a lot of
Isn't,
butter for this recipe. But I think it's okay.
There are some really
Computer,
good, like...
what's the worst thing that can happen if you eat too much butter?
Air combat
Butter
games.
is high in calories and can therefore lead to weight gain and contribute to the development of heart disease when consumed in excess. It can also lead to an increase in triglyceride levels. This increases the risk of stroke, heart
CFG.
attack, blood clots, and more.
Okay, so not too bad. And you know what? It's still not looking completely flat to me, so I'm just gonna roll it a little more. Remember, the flatter these are, the more you can fit in your stomach. Okay, looks good. Let's fry it up. So I have an infrared hot plate here. We're gonna set it to 1100.
DCS, that's what it's called. DCS. Flight
Start by putting a little butter
Digital
on
Combat
there.
Simulator.
And we'll put our flat croissant on there. Let it fry a little bit.
It's like
Now the recipe asks to put a pot of water on top
over
of it to
15 years
flatten
old
it
now,
even
but
more,
like, I know that's like
we're actually in a
the...
drought
If you want an
where I am,
actual
so I'm just
sim
gonna fill
fighting
this
game,
pot with some weights.
no, that's the one that I see most people playing.
Put in some other various fitness gear.
Ace combat games are decent, yeah. I've never really played any, to be honest.
And it's good to put a lot of this
It's one of
stuff
those
to
that I was
use.
like, I'd want a flight stick. Just showing its
Wow,
age.
that's heavy. We'll flip this over. Let's let this cook a couple more minutes. Meanwhile, we can work on our ganache.
Ganache.
So for our ganache, we want 2 cups chocolate chips. I'm using Reese's. 2 tablespoons heavy whipping cream.
Whip.
We want to put this in the microwave for 1 minute to melt.
Get ourselves back on editing blender. Woo. Still got absolutely miles until we are on the approach path or anything. So. How are you finding it, Andy? I know you've been playing, haven't you?
It looks like our flat croissant is now fully cooked. Let's dress it up.
Yum.
So as you can see, I've set up sort of a makeshift assembly line, if you will. And I'm going to add some chia seeds to give it a little bit of extra color.
You've not seen Blade's approach of
So we'll
ragging it
start by
everywhere.
dipping the
It's even when
croissant
taxi.
into the
No.
ganache. Get it all covered up.
He just 100% his
and then dip it into the chia seeds.
he just 100% everything, doesn't he?
That alarm means it's time for my cat roast beef's walk. I'll put this in the refrigerator for about an hour.
To walk his cat.
Maybe we can even make some more. There's something broken inside of me, something no one else can see.
Hopefully going in later in the week.
Something hurts
It needs some
and
patches, I
it's
think.
way down
I think it needs some patches.
I think there's something wrong.
It's just been keeping me entertained whilst I've been ill,
I've got
really.
friends that I never see. They say
I don't feel
they
like
don't have time
getting
for
hyped up
I try to
FM
reach
streams.
out to my family, but I just get voicemail. And there it is. The
Very
TikTok
relaxing. Yeah, yeah.
sensation that's sweeping the nation. The chocolate-covered flat croissant. Delish. Well, thanks for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen, everybody. And once again, I want to thank the patron.
Hold on. Let's go on making arepas. I love arepas.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the authentic Venezuelan arepas. Because this dish is Venezuelan, I invited an old friend of the show who's now a popular comedian, Francisco Ramos, to come help make them. He should be here shortly. Hey, Francisco.
Henry.
Yeah, remember you stayed at my Airbnb.
Yeah.
Come on in. This is my kitchen.
Okay.
So I was thinking today we could make authentic Venezuelan arepas.
You live here?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was told I was booked in a morning show to promote my stand-up special.
Oh, yeah, I might have told your agent that. It's actually just on YouTube, but it is technically a show, and it is the morning. But we can still talk about your special. Let's get started. Okay, so Francisco and I each have a mixing bowl, and what we're going to do is we're going to combine 1 cup of our harina de
maíz.
Okay.
Keep forgetting to put my
We're going
glaze
to
in.
also combine that with 1 cup of water and about a teaspoon of salt. So Francisco, I was looking at Wikipedia and it says that originally arepas come from Colombia, is that right?
They do make them in Colombia too as well, but I don't know
PSG
where they
lost.
originated, but I think Venezuelan arepas are better. I mean, obviously anybody can.
Well, because on Wikipedia it says that the original arepas are from Colombia and
No.
that they actually taste better than the ones from
Well,
Venezuela.
you can't. Anybody can just write stuff in Wikipedia, so that shit. No, because that's actually not good at all. It's more like you wanna, something like this where you can people then open it and you can put stuff inside.
Oh, I see.
So you want to give enough room, so.
I see. So start by making.
Okay, that's still too flat. So yeah, so now make a ball.
More like that.
Yes, like that, exactly. And then when you get a ball, then slowly start, slowly, so like right there, something like, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has anyone
Just
ever had
put
an
these on the
arepa?
grill here.
Yeah, there, it's nice and hot.
Okay, and then
And
oh wow,
don't-
look at
don't-
that.
Absolutely
don't
outstanding.
touch it. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
sliding.
Yeah, don't leave them alone for 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. Well, that's perfect time for us to do our interview segment. So again, I'm sorry about all the confusion.
That's okay, I just thought I was gonna be on TV.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just YouTube. You can still talk about your special, though. Is it going to be on
Only
TV?
YouTube. Sad good.
It's on YouTube.
Oh. Well, in a way, that kind of works out better then.
I guess.
What's the special
Bricks.
called?
It's called Venezuelan American.
And that's on TV.
Thank you so much, my
YouTube.
dude.
Or, yeah, no, I'm sorry, YouTube.
6 months.
And you can just type Francisco Ramos, Venezuelan American, and you'll find it on YouTube.
Awesome.
6 bloody months. Thank you so
Sounds
much,
like
man.
our arepas are ready. Now that our arepas are ready, we're going to have Francisco walk us through exactly how to prepare them. So Francisco, it looks like you have in front of you a makeshift assembly line, if you will. Can you explain to us how to prepare these?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, you know, you grab an arepa and you open it. You know,
I'm gonna make this immersive.
grab a little butter. Then you use black beans, some cheese, and a little bit of cilantro, and yeah, it's ready.
Take it.
So look at our entry. It's not too bad actually. I'm usually alright with these. I might actually need to just like overshoot here a little bit and come in a little bit. Give myself more time to descend. Not arepa specifically. I guess like Venezuelan food isn't, unless you're in like a big city. There is a Venezuelan place in Manchester, which is amazing.
That might be the best thing that I've ever made here in Henry's Kitchen. Well, you mostly made it, but well, thanks for joining us here in Henry's Kitchen, everybody. And another special thanks to Francisco Ramos for joining us today. And as always, thanks to the patrons at patreon.com/Henry's Kitchen for making these videos possible.
Has anyone got any good videos to watch while we're doing this? We've got any good, like, documentaries? What do we want to talk about?
City's left.
Oh, you know what? We could watch some. I heard there was some people having meltdowns about bloody Amorim.
I know where Manchester United went at the weekend. They went to Ipswich, and in Ruben Amorim's first game in charge, they left with a point. Ipswich won, Manchester United won, and Ipswich were great, were they not? Delap, you pointed it out.
Police
before,
Squad
Simon. The boys
episodes.
played brilliantly.
I don't know if I want to be.
Deserve an enormous amount of credit for the performance and the shift they put in
On
front of
Golden
their own
Gaffs.
fans. But what of United under Ruben Amorim? Paul Hurst in the Times this morning, Ruben Amorim warned that Manchester United will, quotes, suffer for a long period as his players get to grips with his new formation. Really? What can't they get to grips with? This was Amorim post-match.
What I understood today is that...
Let me get this right. Man United have played one game with a new manager, played a new system, and now everyone's sticking the boot in. Just checking, right? Just checking that's the case.
They are really trying. They stay in the positions, they receive the information, and they try to use it in the game. That is very important. Even in the difficult moments, I felt that they were doing the things that we said for them to do. I know it's frustrating for the fans, but we are changing so much in this moment with a lot of games. We are going to suffer for a long period, and we will try to win games. This will take time, but I know we have to win games. We could win, we could lose if it was not on.
I saw one piece saying Amorim's still searching for his first win as United.
And be pragmatical.
Oh,
that
God.
These guys had 2 days to train and to change so much.
I like it. So Martin Keown, if you're a Manchester United
Who's
player,
doing good, like-
Ruben Amorim is coming for you. How much has he got to untangle?
Who's doing like good journalism or like good documentaries these days? Because Vice has gone down the shitter, hasn't it? I always used to watch Vice docs. We just watch a compilation of Vine memes.
There is only one thing worse than a rapist. Boom. A child. No.
Mom, I have something to tell you. What is it, honey? I got an, bar of shit.
Adam.
All around me are familiar faces. Worn out.
Stunned by wrestling.
When the auxiliary cable is passed to you. I am the captain now. Want to see my impression of?
He's terrible. I forgot how bad Vines were. Oh, you know what? This is really sad, right? Since I've started making pizzas, I've been getting recommended. I've been getting recommended this this guy who does pizzas out of the back of a van. Videos. The videos are really good. I'm like well into it. Where we got caution. Low fuel. Oh, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Oh wait, let's do some science time.
This isn't real. What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel,
let's get on the wormhole
you
chat.
can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Imagine a universe, not just vast and
Trash
ancient,
theory.
but intricately detailed down to the smallest.
I'd love to watch Digging the Graves.
Could everything we see,
that's
everything we experience,
that's dangerous for
everything that exists in our entire universe,
DMCA stuff, right?
be artificial? Welcome to the mind-bending concept
One Piece
of the
mentioned.
simulation hypothesis, a theory that proposes our reality, everything from the furthest star to your morning coffee, could be a sophisticated digital construct. But who or what would be running this simulation?
20 years ago, we asked ourselves how long it would be.
I never stopped thinking about Rome. Please help me. Rome.
Alt
Germany.
History Hub.
At
Love
one
Alt History
point,
Hub.
They would become one and the same, you know, in a way. But not during the time
Digging
of
the Graves
ancient
is good.
Rome.
Oh,
Or at least
HICC7s.
Rome
We
at
could watch
its
some
height.
sevens.
There were a lot of Germans
I do
in
like
Rome near the
sevens.
end there. So here's an idea. What if somehow Rome hadn't just stopped at the Rhine? What if they went further? What if they, say, conquered Germany, or Germania, the part of this that the Romans called Germania? Yeah, it does sound pretty insane. Just like Germany
I've never
winning
wa-
World War
never
I
watched
or
any of those.
II, the conquest of
Get
Germania
these in there.
and the preservation of Rome are pretty high on the
Men,
improbable
yeah, I'm
alt scenarios
surprised at
tier list.
Vlogging
I've
through history.
sacrificed a good amount of my sanity to
Tasting
Jupiter
history is
to
good.
justify this video, which will hopefully give a realistic and original take on yet another unsolvable alternate problem. So, let's lay down the groundworks for one of my
To name a few.
more ambitious takes. Taking Germania is difficult, but you know what's even more of a hassle? Talking about history on YouTube. Try to do that, Tiberius. Sometimes even mentioning another topic might demonetize your video. That's not really helpful when you have a lot of topics to talk about. Anything might be a landmine. If history creators can't talk about what they want, how can history enthusiasts get what they want? Well, there's at least one solution. Entirely independent of YouTube. Armchair History TV, the sponsor of today's video. A streaming site built by history content creators for history content.
42.
Videos that talk about conflict or topics too sensitive to YouTube don't need to worry about all that hard work going to waste. The site has over 250 videos in their library, even a familiar one of mine. Not to mention exclusive new content every week, like the 45-minute cinematic documentary about the rise and fall of ISIS.
Strange stone in the middle of London.
Audio-related
Nobody. Oh.
Help support
I like the
creators
ideas
of
from these
history
videos.
content online by signing up for Armchair History TV using the code FREEHISTORY for 100% off your first month. Alright, back to Rome. The year is 27 BC. Augustus just set a new precedent for a ruler by building the foundations of the empire. Pax Romana had risen from the ashes of the old republic. He was feeling pretty confident. The Principates were focused on consolidation and reform, but several regions were crossing his mind.
15 miles, 15 nautical miles until
Among
December.
them was the sparsely populated, forested region east of the Rhine River. Exactly 50 years after Caesar dipped his toe and ran off, the governor of Gaul was assaulted by the Germanic tribes who crossed the river and vanquished a legion, capturing a standard. In response, Augustus sent in his stepson, Drusus, on a quest to recover the eagle. Drusus got lost in the side quest part of the Germania expansion pack and ended up focusing his attention on slaughtering and subjugating as many tribes as possible for back-to-back campaigns between 12 and 9 BC. After doing all of that, he fell off his horse on his way back home. He succumbed to gangrene and died. What a way to go. The Roman general and his 7 legions built 50 bases
in this general direction.
River. They dug canals, which allowed the fleet to sail along the North Sea and surprise his enemies. The Germanic tribes were just outgunned, figuratively, and outmatched by the most sophisticated, well-supplied, well-armed, and well-trained army up to that point. Several chieftains just bent the knee, supplied the Romans with tribute and their youngest sons, who were now to be raised in Rome. One of those boys was the 10-year-old Arminius, who, alongside his brother, adopted the Latin language and its customs. Nobody knew at the time, this young boy was about to be a major headache for the Romans. And when I mean headache, I mean he wiped out 3 legions. When theorizing about some alternate world where Rome conquered Germania, there's 2 questions that might come to everyone's mind. 1, could Rome ever conquer Germania? Well, let's just answer that question now. Yeah, because in our timeline they kind of did, or at least they occupied it, like half of it. Depends on your definition.
Got everywhere those pesky
too, I
Romans.
guess. But my point is, for a
Have you
time,
ever watched that video
Rome
that's like
actually went beyond the Rhine
the true
River
size of a
and held
Roman army?
territory within Germania. I'm not kidding. The borders of the empire in 6 BC looked like this. Sure, they didn't have complex cities like that in Gaul, but the local tribes still paid tribute, they still bent the knee. Roman soldiers walked and patrolled this land. So second question, why
we'll get a nice
for all they saw, it was just
30-minute flight,
endless dark
and I'll get this on.
forest.
Because it's a really interesting
watch.
watch that.
Trust me, we'll get to that question later. As for now, all you need to know is that this border on the Rhine was not always destined to be. It was from the actions of a few, and of many, that led this to be set in stone. Not to be outdone by his brother, Emperor Tiberius showed that he was a worthy successor to Augustus by coordinating a massive invasion of the Marcomanni tribe. The war machine was unstoppable, and under the heir's leadership, it took 6 years for the Germanic Celts in the west to be completely obliterated. Things for Rome were looking up, but like any conflict involving Germany, our story here has to take a detour because of the Balkans. Rome had focused a lot on their Germanic frontier, so much so that a bunch of Illyrian chieftains in what was then called Pannonia had the bright idea to rebel. This was a full-scale revolt. I say revolt, but don't underestimate it. This was an army of 200,000 infantry, 9,000 cavalry. Tiberius was forced to postpone his campaign in order to deal with all of that. Curiously, his army of over a dozen legions featured none other than Arminius himself, now a well-trained young man. There in the
I meant to actually
hills of the
ask about
Balkans,
this.
Arminius would gain experience and the trust of his Roman superiors, learning the Roman
Is this automatically
tactics from
set?
within.
The mixture
In his
thing?
absence, Publius Verus was made the first official governor of the Germania province, a man known for his harsh taxation and even harsher punishments after he crucified 2,000 Jews in Jerusalem.
Let's do
Rome
auto
wasn't
mixture.
built in a day. It took the efforts of millions, led
'Cause I don't
by
understand it.
dozens of incredible leaders. And in that
Maybe I
long
will at some
line
point.
of commanders going through generations, Verus stood out as one of the dumbest, not even of his day, arguably of all time. Long story short, despite
getting a little
multiple
cloudy.
glaring warnings, he marched 3 entire legions into the thick of the Germanic forests. Verus trusted the locals at their word to house some of his men. Varus trusted good old Arminius, who had reports of a German rebellion.
Good old
They
Arminius.
only had to go deeper into the woods to find it. Probably not the smartest move by Varus. When the Romans realized what was going on, it was too late. And now
What's
three
the,
legions found themselves in the middle of the woods, surrounded by German warriors. The battle at Teutoburg Forest would read like a comedy if it wasn't so horrific.
Charles de
Arminius
Gaulle's the
never forgot
actual
what the Romans did. He
Paris
had
airport,
been
right?
plotting, uniting the tribes under the Romans' nose, and now he would make them bleed.
So just CDG.
20,000 were dead. 3 whole legions swallowed up.
Oh
Rome
yeah,
was
this will
no
be
stranger
it.
to
This is Charles de
insurmountable
Gaulle.
losses or ambushes.
So we might just see it on the
rebellious
horizon as we coming into it.
20,000 was really just a drop in the bucket, even by the Republic standards. Slaves, Hannibal, Parthians, all managed to put dirt in the Roman eye. But this was different.
This is only little.
This was the first major defeat of the Empire, the first stain on the pristine Augustan record. From the Emperor's perspective, he needed to send a message before other chieftains, or worse, Roman generals, got any ideas. Secondly, this humiliating defeat was the result of treachery. Treachery and ambush was not warfare to the Romans, it was cowardice. For centuries, Rome's guide to warfare was really just meeting up on a fair battlefield under the watchful gaze of the gods and seeing who wins. That's why they really didn't like the Parthians either. Damn archers on horses, get back here. Arminius played a dangerous gamble, and it paid off, but doing so broke any semblance of a hope that Germanic tribes would ever be integrated into the imperial system. But if Germania wouldn't be a part of the empire, it would still, at least, need to be pacified. Rome's version of pacified. What followed next was a series of campaigns under the commander called Germanicus. The Roman revenge was brutal.
Germanicus.
Marching east of the Rhine again, they systematically eradicated
This is a pretty standard
any
approach.
tribe that played a part in the plot. The following conflict would go on for years, ending only once the Romans finally got the fair fight they wanted. Despite heavy losses on both sides, Rome came out on top. Arminius was defeated and faded from relevancy. Eventually, he was just poisoned by a political rival. Rome never did gain Germania, and that was a sense of pride for later German dynasties. Both Alesia and Teutoburg were romanticized by later medieval dynasties, and the Prussians, all as a glorious resistance against Roman/Latin rule. In the 19th century, the German Empire erected a statue to Arminius in the very same forest where 20,000 Romans lost their lives. He stood there.
My old French teacher was called
modern-day
Beaumont.
battles. You know, the French. So here's an idea. What
Speaking
if
of the
Arminius
French.
died? You know, died before he became a headache for Rome. Rome sustained a ton of casualties, putting down the Great Illyrian Revolt. So is it really the craziest idea to just imagine if Arminius was among them? Say he just falls in battle, random arrow, cut by a sword, steps on a landmine.
Right, we're only
Take
at
your pick.
2,000 feet,
Easy enough. But
so I
would
shouldn't
the death
really
of
need to,
one man really alter history that much?
Let's close this down. Let's get into our descent path. Let's no, like 1,500 feet. That needs to descend too quick. Alright, we're flying over the strip now. We are coming in at this angle, right? Alright, so at least it's a paved strip, so I know what I'm actually landing on. Nice.
Lima Foxtrot, Papa Alpha, traffic Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Echo Delta Yankee 1 mile south 1,800 feet inbound to land runway 28.
Take control. Keep forgetting it'll do that. At least it's not ridiculously hilly. Go down to like 1800 RPM or something. We're a little low, but that's not too bad. Which means we can minimize our airspeed. Wait, let's get the old landing lights on. We're flying. We are flying, mate. Have you been gigging tonight, or was that last night? We're flying. Oh yeah, this is Riot Bill Street, isn't it? This is a Vlam special. So hard to be a street the crystal wall at the end of it. Nice.
500.
Yeah. We need to drop the airspeed. Jesus Christ. Flaps up a bit. Oh, we're coming in pretty hot. Oh, I didn't announce to ATC. That was not a bad landing. I've definitely had worse landings. Slow down to like 20 knots. Yeah. I've definitely had worse landings than that. It wasn't great. But like I say, I've had worse. I came in a bit hot. I intended on overshooting the entry slightly.
Alpha, traffic Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Echo Delta Yankee is taxiing to parking.
So get it moving. Come on, engine. You got this. Why has it got us going over grass when there's like a perfectly good taxi road there? Where did we fly to? We're just outside of Paris. See, this is the one issue that I've got here is I don't have any taxi speed readout. 7 knots, that's fine. See, it's bottom left here, but in here, there's nothing. I thought it was going to be here. That should be reading it out, unless I don't have. I don't know. How was that, Vlam? Was that acceptable? As a they called you an avian. You're not a bird. How bad would I got chewed out if I landed like that? There's one airline that consistently taxis stupidly fast at Brussels Airport. Oh, shit me. 19 knots. Maybe not. That's... It's very cliche. It's like Air France. Arrogant bastards. Oh my god. How far away is this taxi? Where are we taxiing to? Don't even fly out of Brussels. Not good enough for me. Wait, this is gonna crash me. Why is this taxiing me through some trees? I know, right? Lufthansa. Oh. We're on the Autobahn, eh? Well, we're near Paris. Not too sure how near Paris. We're pretty near Paris. I wonder what we got for that landing. I need 2 more landings with over 50% smoothness to get my my haulage specialization. I don't mind doing these though, to be fair. They don't pay that well, but I'm getting used to flying a Cessna at least. The bloody Swiss. Just stick to chocolates and flocks. IMO. Bloody Swiss. Come on, roll in. Oh.
I'm happy to see my bird back home. I missed it. Thanks, Captain.
Thanks, Captain. The reason I'm not doing the sightseeing shit is because the AI voices They're not even AI voices. Like, oh, landing smoothness, 100%. Let's go. Right. More of those. Respect the condition of the aircraft. Well, how did I not respect it? If I got 100% landing smoothness. Oh, it's because I got my flaps out with max speed. Flaps out. Nice. So basically, you just get all of your points from not skipping. Employer commission. We need to start doing these. Reputation upgrade. Hey, we're up to a B. We're up to level 14. Beautiful. Cargo transport. Yeah, I want to do cargo transport. We could do a skydiving one. I don't want to do the flight scene. I'm doing the ferry flight. Should we do a skydive? Go and do a skydive. Oh, actually, I want to see where else we can unlock here. So we could probably fly up. Yeah, we could fly up into to Belgium, to Mons. We could open up. Where else could we open up? Le Mans. I want one that opens up more of Scotland. I want to fly around Scotland. Cargo jobs in Cuba, that's where the money is. It's made me realize that I don't know if the only time that we're going to be able to get to fly around America, around the States, is if we pick up a commercial airline pilot thing. FC-25 is already on sale. I mean, of course it is. It always is around Christmas, isn't it? Where else could we go? Could open up. Right, is that? Went to Freiburg. Anything that opens up? Anything a bit more? Go up into the Dutchies. Should we do that? Should we open up the Dutch lads? I'd like to go further east. Maybe we need to go like south to go east. Oh, if there's a gold mission. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Is there a gold mission? Oh, there is. Not available. Oh, it's a aerial advertising. Wait, do I not have that? Aerial advertising. Flight seeing or skydive aviation mission. Okay, let's do some skydiving then. Because then we can go and do that around Florida. Well planned. Pro tip. Well, we've got a skydive down here. Near Perpignan. My Girona. Girona. What do I need to do? I need to do 5 skydives. Jump axis. Okay. Looks pretty cool. Right, I am just going to take a quick bathroom break. I'm going to go get a brew as well. Not just a hot drink. Because my throat is dying. I'll run an ad as well. I know an ad's just run. But if I run an ad now, then we'll have 2 hours of no ads. Right, I'll be right back. as I wait for the kettle to boil. South American cargo. Sounds safe. Well, hopefully, by the time we've unlocked moving over to the States, we'll have cargo. It's getting chilly. Right, let's go. Okay. I assume with the cartel payloads, you need to dodge gunfire on the way out, yeah? Flare, chaff, flare, flare, chaff. It would be pretty cool flying over the Amazon, though, right? Amazon. Right, let's do some skydiving. Skydive aviation. I must admit, like, there's been a real urge to, well, no, not an urge, because I can't afford it, but a want for, like, a bit of a sim rig now.
All right, folks, let's get this party started.
Let's get this party started.
5-on-5 ECTCX. Everybody make your way onto the aircraft. Same exit order we discussed back at the clubhouse, okay?
5 on 5? How many? Oh, it's 3. Are you just going to be bent over this entire time? Quivering.
Pilot, let's give a round of applause to our 2 candidates for this jump.
Hooray.
Treat them extra special, please.
No.
Let's go.
Oh, are you going to be talking the entire time, love?
All right, let's make this a jump to remember. I want to see smiles on those rock star faces when we're back here.
Right, what's our, Okay, we just... Alright, getting up, turning around, coming back. Works for me. Skidoo-doo-doo-doo.
Lima Echo Alpha Papa Traffic Cessna Echo Charlie. Tango Charlie X-Ray is taxiing to runway Tree 5.
Tree 5. Tree 5.
Is everyone ready to go? Love it.
Go
So,
on.
important reminder. We're here to have fun, but your security is our priority, so listen to what I say at all times. Last check, buckle up, helmet, eye shield, altimeter. You confirm? Great.
Yeah, I've not got a taxi speed in this. At least it's not a very long taxi. What's that say? Something that's far too long a word. Right, we're at 10 knots. Do 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 do. Ba, 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 ba.
Lima Echo Alpha Papa Traffic Cessna Echo Charlie. Tango Charlie X-Ray, taking off runway 35 South departure.
Tango Charlie X-Ray. Would it have really hurt you to just have a road right down to the takeoff spot, lad? Come on. Come on. Doesn't seem like a very long runway. I'm gonna have to be on it for my landing.
Hey, Solo 70 CDCX. I've uploaded relevant data onto your map. Quick update anyway. Your drop axis today is into the wind, heading 8 degrees true. Current on-site speed is 0 knots. Check your map regularly so you can adjust your flight. I'm keeping tabs and everything from my end. Time to soar now. See you in a few minutes, guys.
I'll have to jump on a pro. Actually, hold on. Which is the first one we're supposed to be going to? I assume this one, right? Wouldn't have had us take off in this direction. N40 to 1454. $42,296. Which one? What? 42. Which way am I supposed to be going, lads? 42, 1454 is supposed to be the first one. 14, 1562 is the second. So 1778. I am confused. All right. Well, it is what it is. Let's keep climbing.
All right, people. I'm your jump master. Everyone calls me TT. Few reminders. We're high enough, guys. Unfasten your seatbelt. As I explained on the ground, we need to be able to jump if anything goes wrong.
If anything goes wrong.
At 10,000 feet. We take the leap from the aircraft and free fall for 60 seconds before deploying the parachute. time in Castello di Ambre's, guys? Good idea to book this jump with us. From here, Castello di Ambre's is a real treat for the eyes. Would have been a shame missing this spot. Grab a quick drink before we jump. You'll have to wait until we get back down now. Just make sure you focus on enjoying the
No boozing on the flight. The fuck is this? Are we supposed to be like dive bombing this?
Ready to roll? Hope so. I don't have a choice now.
No, you don't. You really don't. The option no longer hear AI voice, you pull this plane straight to the ground. I genuinely, these gates are showing that we're supposed to just be like having an unbelievable ascent or an incredibly quick descent. I think I'm about to go round again.
That's freaking awesome. Slaloming through the clouds like in a maze. I mean, that's freedom, dude. Love that part, the anticipation, the adrenaline.
Right.
Hope I remember to pull the cord.
Don't worry, our gear comes with a safety device. Even if you forget to pull the cord, your reserve parachute
Flight of
will
the jump
open.
run. Like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be actually going here. The fuck? Just says flight of the jump run. .10,000 feet. They didn't show it like that though. On the
Super cold now. No, don't worry, it's not that chilly out there.
Can this even go that high? 10,000 feet. I'm not entirely sure we should be going that high. I swear to God, right? Yeah, it's the AI, the gates thing are being weird.
Shaking like a leaf.
Let's keep on the climb. Do I need to approach the drop from a specific direction? I legitimately have no idea. Land with 0 wind. Oh, it was 0 degrees. We've got a lot of climbing to do. We might actually just get there. Truck. Oh my God. Guys, it's not going well. Level out, level out, level out. Level out, stop stalling. I don't think this is the right plane for this. Okay. Jesus Christ. Stressful. The autopilot's not having a good time here. Oh, we're nearly there. Hello, jump.
Jump. Claim your prize, folks. Go.
Go on. Get out. Don't die.
Time to say goodbye, couple. See you back at the ranch.
I'm not below 72 knots. Hold on to your butts. You know what? It's not too bad.
Solo 7 ECTCX divers away.
Go full throttle to the base now, and we'll help you smooth out your rough edges.
Lima Echo Alpha Papa Traffic Cessna Echo Charlie. Tango Charlie X-Ray is on final runway 17 to land.
What we just cut the power real quick. Fuck out of here. Let's turn around. That was kind of stressful. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should have just been doing... what I should have been doing is doing the zigzag all the way up. The way that the pre-flight plan showed it, though, it looked like it just needed... It was like one direct thing, which would have been ridiculous, to be fair. Well, which was ridiculous, as we showed.
Hey, 42 here. Some people are born to do just one thing, and one thing only. Lionel Messi was meant to be a footballer. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was made to write music. And Albert Einstein was born to change our understanding of the universe. Robert James Fisher, he was placed on planet Earth
a slow decline
to play chess. This man was quite simply a phenomenon. He broke every record in the book during a meteoric rise to the top of his game. Well, sport, but also a game. Look, I don't know what it is, but he was really good at it. So good that at the peak of his powers, American prodigy Bobby Fischer single-handedly took on the might of the Soviet chess machine, a state-sponsored juggernaut that had monopolized international chess for 2.5 decades, and won. In doing so, he demonstrated a level of dominance over the world's strongest players that had never been seen before, and hasn't been seen since. But Fischer didn't only have to contend with his Grandmaster opponents, he also battled with his own inner demons. Having scaled the dizzying heights of the chess equivalent of Mount Everest to become the undisputed best player on Earth, Fischer threw it all away as his
noisy in
growing
this open
paranoia
aircraft, isn't it?
and distrust saw him all but abandon the game he dedicated his life to. As his behavior grew more and more erratic, he eventually found himself a fugitive from the law and an exile from the country he'd brought so much glory to. This is the remarkable true story of Bobby Fischer, arguably the greatest genius chess has ever seen. Based on genes alone, Fischer was always going to be bright. His mother, Regina, held a PhD in medicine and spoke
8,000
7
feet.
languages fluently. And his father, Herman, was a
That's not very far.
biophysicist. Or at least the man people thought was his father was a biophysicist. It turns out there's an extremely good chance Bobby was actually the product of an affair his mother had with Hungarian mathematician and physicist Paul Nemenyi. Either way, it's safe to say nature was on his side, though things were a bit complicated on the nurture front. Bobby was technically homeless when he was born in 1943, and with his parents separated, he and his sister Joan were brought up by their mother. Regina was a complex woman. Extremely politically active, she was routinely investigated by the FBI for her suspected communist links. Bobby was never particularly close to his mum, and when he was just 16, she left him to live on his own in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Brooklyn as she pursued her medical career. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This story really begins when Bobby was just 6 years old, because that's when he discovered the game that would change his life. It was his sister who bought the chess set, and the two of them learned how the pieces moved from the instructions included in the box. To begin with, it was a bit of fun, but over time, Bobby's thoughts.
I don't think the
turned to
pathing on
chess
these
more
missions
often.
have been done very well. To
Within
me.
a year, what had started out as a hobby had turned into an all-consuming obsession. At least it had for Bobby. His sister had largely lost interest, leaving him with no one to play with. Not that he minded all that much, he just played with himself. Not like that. It was 2 years later that Bobby Fischer first showed up as the faintest of blips on the US chess radar. Noting her son's passion for the game, but a little concerned about how much time he was spending playing alone, Regina placed an advert in a local paper, seeking possible opponents and, ideally, friends for Bobby. What she got was even better. He was invited to take part in a match against one of the strongest players in the US at the time, Max Pavey. It was to be a so-called simultaneous exhibition, with Pavey demonstrating his prodigious skills by playing against a large group of players all at the same time. If you're expecting this story to start with a miracle victory against a chess master, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint you. Pavey put Bobby
Am I supposed to
away
be
in
landing
about
from the
15
south?
minutes. But
Can't actually remember.
whilst it was an easy victory, the self-taught 7-year-old had acquitted himself remarkably well. So well that the president of the Brooklyn Chess Club, also present at the exhibition, decided to take Bobby in under his wing, offering a little tuition and introducing him to his club. It was the break Bobby had needed to take his game to the next level, and, surrounded by skillful coaches and strong players, he began to improve at an almost unbelievable rate. He won his first tournament at the age of 9, and was soon more than a match for most players at the club, the majority of whom were decades his senior. In the summer of 1956, when Bobby was just 13, he scored his first major victory, becoming the youngest US junior chess champion in history. It was an incredible achievement by any measure. But Fischer was just getting started. Later that same year, he was invited to play an elite-level competition featuring the 12 strongest players in the US at the time. Bobby was by far the youngest player in the field and hugely inexperienced compared to his opponents, which is probably why he only managed to finish 8th. But he didn't come away empty-handed. He was awarded the so-called Brilliancy Prize for winning his game against international chess master Donald Byrne. Today, that victory is known as the Game of the Century. It was an attacking masterclass in which a 13-year-old Fischer, playing as black, sacrificed his queen before unleashing a devastating mating attack on White's king. More than 60 years later, it remains one of the most studied and admired chess games in history. It was fast becoming clear that Fischer was more than just a strong young player. He was something truly special. Fischer was competing with men decades older than him who dedicated their lives to chess. And he was winning. By the following year, he was US chess champion, the youngest in history at just 14. A record that still stands to this day. He would go on to play a further 7 US championships over the next decade, winning every single one.
Oh yeah, 17's.
By 15, Fischer had earned himself the title of Grandmaster, once again becoming the youngest person in history to achieve
I always forget. It's the
his dedication to the game of chess was
the position on the compass.
He studied almost non-stop and played whenever he got the chance. He even taught himself basic Russian so that he could read Soviet chess books and magazines. He was actually still a schoolboy at this point, of course, but it's fair to say he didn't take his non-chess education particularly seriously.
All right, we should be all right for an approach actually. If I just overshoot a little bit down this way.
To focus on his chess full time. By the way, in a completely unrelated and totally random bit of trivia, it turns out Bobby Fischer went to school with Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond. Streisand has even admitted to having a crush on the future chess champion, who she considered to be a genius even then. As it happens, she was right. Fischer's IQ was later measured at over 180, which is astonishingly high. Even at this early stage of his career, there were signs that not all was well with Fischer. He was temperamental and prone to making outlandish demands of tournament organizers. When those demands weren't met, and they often weren't, he simply didn't show up. He also had a bad habit of speaking his mind, which wouldn't necessarily have been a bad thing, but unfortunately Fischer's undeniably beautiful mind was home to some rather ugly ideas. Despite the fact his mother was Jewish, Fischer was a fierce anti-Semite for most of his adult life, a prejudice that would later become an obsession. And he's on record as having said some truly unforgivable things, particularly as he got older. But more on that later. It was sad, really, because when he let his chest, rather than his mouth, do the talking, Bobby Fischer's eloquence was unparalleled. His combat...
We'll come back to you. Need to, here, let's add you. Keep on this heading for a little bit. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. It's about 1,000 foot. Okay. I need to, I was going in the wrong way. A bit more airspeed so we're not stall out. Because we're getting dangerously close. There we go. We're back.
Lima Echo Alpha Papa Traffic Cessna Echo Charlie. Tango Charlie X-Ray going around.
Going around. Slowly descend. I just need a good landing. That's all I need.
Lima Echo Alpha Papa Traffic Cessna Echo Charlie. Tango Charlie X-Ray is on final runway 17 to land. Oh God, it's a bumpy landing.
You'll have to optimize your rotation. We're losing too much time.
That was a bumpy landing. That entire flight was rough. That was horrible. Well, we did it though. We survived. We got there in the end. Not sure how I feel about those skydiving ones. It's weird that, like, it only had the flight path and not the, like, the ascent path or anything, or... I don't know, maybe we'll try another one.
Lima Echo Alpha Papa Traffic Cessna Echo Charlie. Tango Charlie X-Ray is taxiing to parking.
Tango Charlie X-Ray. Do. I think I might have landed in the wrong direction as well.
Gotta be more efficient, but you can nail it with hard work.
Be more efficient? More efficient? That was a climb to 10,000 feet in a single ascent, mate. What are you talking about? Oh dear. Execution time 0. 7% landing smoothness. Ooh. Drop jumper's position. That wasn't very good, was it? For these, I tend to use the pre-flight briefing map. Well, that's what it showed, though, right? On the pre-flight briefing map. Oh god, that was a massive reputation dump. To level 16, though. Oh, B or above. All right. Maybe that's not going to work. maybe we're not going to get those. Yeah, you're right. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at another skydive then. Right. To fuel his passion. Look, it just shows, like... Right, this is why... Jump axis approach. It looked similar to this in the last one, right? But then all it showed was like the rotation there. I just wonder whether that first one was bugged, you know. Like, I take off here, ascend 5,000 feet there, another 5,000 feet there, slow down, and then descend. We'll give it a go. I'll give it another go. Landing wasn't good either. I need one more good landing. It's apparently 45 minutes. And we've got an hour with ad-free. An hour with ad-free. An hour with no ads. Let's try it again. Let's see how we do this time. All right. Let's just get the leap. Let's get the... So there is the avionics. So, like...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost time for the next session. We'll be boarding shortly with Group 5, jumping with skies. Please make sure your gear is good to go, and let's make this one for the books.
This doesn't look like what it was showing before. That's not the flight plan that it was giving me before. It's weird. Anyway.
Hey, Mave 2 FBFIZ, ready to go, send them in.
Send them in.
5 on 5 FBFIZ. Everybody make your way on the
FBFIZ.
aircraft. Same exit order we discussed back at the clubhouse, okay?
Okay.
Pilot,
Don't
let's
sit
give
on
a
that.
round of applause to our 2 candidates for this jump. Treat them extra special, please.
Treat them extra special, please.
Captain, we're counting on you to make this a fantastic jump.
It'll be great. Don't worry
We're
about
all set, so now is your turn to steal the show.
it. Don't worry about it.
Lima Foxtrot 77 traffic Cessna Foxtrot. Bravo Foxtrot India Zulu is taxiing to runway 16.
Is everyone hyped? That's
Hype.
what I like to hear. Well, even if it's not your first time, please focus and stick to my instructions. A lanyard helmet seems a bit loose. Can you fix it?
Jesus.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Pull the strap on.
Strap on.
Fine.
Taxiing a bit quick. Right, so we're going to be taking off south. Ish. Love how this field's got an ATC, I know. Just be in that shed somewhere. I don't get the flight path for these. Hopefully we can do better though. I need, what was it, 5 B or better? I find that unlikely. Come on. Come on. You're a plane, you can get this little...
Lima Foxtrot 7-7 traffic Cessna Foxtrot. Bravo Foxtrot India, Zulu, taking off runway 16, departing straight out.
I never know which part of this is the runway. Which part of these fields, like, you're supposed to actually take off and land from. I assume it's this bit. Ooh, get the flaps up.
FBFIZ. Remember, you can check out relevant data on your map anytime. Quick reminder for you. Your drop axis today is into the wind, heading 76 degrees true. Current on-site speed is 11 knots. I'm monitoring everything from here. See you soon, everyone.
Heading 76. So the okay. Let's do
All right, people. I'm your jump master, and everyone calls me Birdie. Few reminders. You can unbuckle your harness. It's safe now. Remember, it's for your own good in case something goes bad. You can't jump if you're attached. As soon as we hit 10,800 feet, we jump.
10,800.
50 seconds, and then it's parachute time. Simple, effective, pure exhilaration.
So I need to be going this way for the. So I need to get to like. $4,000 feet this way. Turn around. Climb the rest of the way, and then we'll have a climb on the way back. You see the actual. It's literally not showing anything. Whatever, dude. We got this. What's our airspeed? Airspeed's fine, actually. Ooh, let's take the flaps in. Flaps in!
I'm so excited. What if I forget to pull the cords?
Don't worry, our gear comes with a safety device. Even if you forget to pull the cord, your reserve parachute will open. Anything you want to say before we do this, guys?
Didn't expect to be this shaky.
Expected to be this shaky. Shut up. That was a pretty tight turn, to be fair.
thirsty. Anyone some water?
What is going on? I don't think these planes can do this. Genuinely. They're losing their shit. Just hold the altitude. So hold the altitude.
Your first time in Purple guys? Good idea to book this jump with us. From here, Purple is a real treat for the eye. Would have been a shame missing this spot.
Okay, we'll settle down a little bit. Our airspeed back. Well, legit, not getting anything. Not even the airfield. Like. One of those fields down there.
We have some clouds here. We won't dive directly into them. You'll see. Feels like exploring underwater caves while scuba diving.
Waypoint to the gradual climb for 25 miles, turn around waypoints for 10k. All right, that's good. Helpful.
Gonna be super cold now. No, don't worry, it's not that chilly out there.
We're good doing 1,000 foot. Just keep an eye on the airspeed. I want to get to 8,000 feet before I turn around. It's really bugged for Xbox. Well, I'm playing through the Xbox app, so maybe that's it, yeah. Gonna hit 8k, and then we'll spin it round. Because then we'll be able to control the airspeed a little bit better as well. So just climb 500 while we turn in. It's 8k through here. At least then we've got a nice long approach. Oh, there it is. Oh. It's on my actual approach screen. It's just not actually showing on my thing. Try and get in line with it. level. That's going to be closest, damn it, you know.
FBFIZ, MAVE 2 minutes.
Come on, keep climbing. Got 4 nautical miles. We're climbing at 850 a mile at the minute, so we're fine. Just need to get to 10.8. Stop stalling. Stop it. Stop stalling. Stop. Just stop. Try and get perfect on this. $75. $72 knots, 1,000 feet. We get in there. This doesn't count. I'm going to be fuming. $10,800 flight pass entry. Oh, I think we're going to miss it. There we go.
Jump like a superhero and fly.
I'd have liked to have
Time to say goodbye. I'll go. See you back at the ranch.
we didn't quite get the airspeed right, but you know what? Stay in this heading, mate. Let's just take it down to feet. Game crashed? Hello? Game's crashed. Game's crashed. Excellent. After all that. Oh, chat. Fuck, you know. I'm not doing that again now. It's nearly midnight. We're going to send you over to Bladezilla. Go show the man some love. Cheers for tuning in, guys. I don't know. What I might do is I might try and do a few of those those skydive ones off stream, just so I can kind of get used to them. We'll do a few more. Maybe tomorrow when I finish work. I'm working tomorrow 12 till 8, so maybe like we'll do another late night stream. But thank you so much for tuning in. Go and say good evening. Go say hello to Mr. Bladezilla. He's a good egg. Catch you all later, guys. Bye-bye.